I'm going to put together a quick video over 8.2 in case you're still struggling with that. And I'm going to go to my Hawks account. Okay, we'll start with practice. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're just going to keep a tally, the number of A's and B's and C's and D's and F's. Okay, so what I mean by a tally is like we have a C, so I'm going to, or I can count the number of C's. It looks like I have 2 C's. And number of D's, 1, 2, 3 D's. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 B's. And I only see 1 A. And on my F's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, next one. On this one, it asks for the class width. So we're going to we can do this a couple different ways. We can take the difference between the lower end of the 2 classes. Let's go to tutor and see what they say here. Okay, to make the calculation much easier, let's find the difference between the second class lower limit and the first class lower limit. So our second class lower limit is the 4.5. And our first class lower limit is 0.0. And that difference is 4.5. On this one, it asks us for what is the value of the upper class limit of the 4th class. So let's go to tutor. Okay, so looks like the 4th class is the 10.5 through 13.9. That's our 4th class. So we're going to identify that. Now we're going to find the upper class limit. That would be 13.9. On this one, it says the following table represents a grouped frequency of the number of hours spent on the computer per week for 50 students. What percent of students use the computer more than 16.4 hours? So more than 16.4, that would be these two, the 11 and the 16. So we're going to take 11 plus 16. And actually, let's go to tutor, see what it does. That might be a little easier. Okay, so 11 plus 6, or 11 plus 6, I believe. Is that it? Yes. So we have 17. And then to find the percent, we're going to take 17 divided by 50 and multiply that to 100%. So basically, percentage is out of 100. So if there's 17 out of 50, that would be 34 out of 100. Next one. Okay, determine where or how the following graph is misleading at all. So let's see, it looks like the bottom of it's cut off. That's stock B, so I can't really see anything there. I see that it's scaled off. The graph is, okay, vertical axis. the horizontal axis. Legend is not included. Okay, I see the bottom of it is cut off. So that would be that the vertical axis is too small and some of the data points are hard to locate because it's cut off. On our next one. All right, next one. In this one, we have a bar chart, 150 students. Our law students use the graph to determine which undergraduate majors are less common among the law students. So less common would be the shorter bars. That looks like mathematics and engineering. And what's the other? Mathematics, engineering, and not psychology. Yep, maybe. I know mathematics has to be one. Okay, probably mathematics, engineering, and psychology. There we go. On the next one, what we want to do is what percentage of students use the computer between 4.5 and 8.9 hours? Looks like I have 19 out of 53. So we're going to go to 19 out of 53. Oh. And so I'm going to take my calculator here. 19 divided by 53 is 35.84 times 100, 35.8. We want to round to your answer to one decimal place. Okay, on this one, use the graph to determine the number of months in which the store had a profit. So it looks like above the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And on this one, we have a graph of the United States. How many states had between 2.5% and 6.9% job growth? 2.5 and 6.9, that would be 10 plus 15, which would be 25 states. Here's another graph. Use the graph to determine the number of days in which the price is between $50 and $60. So between 50 and 60, I'm looking for these. Looks like I have 3 dots there. So we have 3. And on this one, use the chart to determine which destination had a similar percent of graduates to that of government. So for government, looks like the slice that is most close to government. Well, let's see, business, not business, that's way off. Still seeking, nope. Public policy, how about non-economics majors? There, yeah, that would be it. All right, now I can continue to certify. Start certify. Okay, so what is the value of the lower class limit of the first class? The value of the lower class limit of the first class would be 0.0. Next one. What percentage of students use the computer 4.5 to 8.9 hours? Looks like I have 19 between 4.5 and 8.9. And I'm going to divide that by 37 or 57. I'm sorry, that's the number. And multiply that to 100. That gives me 33.3. On the next one, what is the class width? So what you can do is just take the lower end of the first class and the second class and subtract that. So 5.0 minus 0.0 would be 5.0. I don't think it makes a difference if you put a 0.0. On this one, how many states had at least 4.5% job growth? At least, so that would be 15 plus 12 plus 11 and 10. So that gives me 48. I could just take 50 minus the 2. Oh, wait, did I read this wrong? How many states had at least 4.5? So that would be the 15 plus the 7% or more. So that would be 17. Okay. On this one, use the graph to determine which undergraduate majors are more common among the 150 law students. It looks like business is one, and communications, I'd say. And on the next one, use the stock to determine the number of the days that the stock was between $50 and $60. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, or 4 days. And I'm going to try a similar question, see if I maybe looked at that wrong. Okay, use the graph to determine the number of days in which the price is between 70 and 80. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 between 70 and 80. Let's try that. All righty. And determine how the graph is misleading. Gosh, it looks like all the bars are so short, it's hard to compare. The horizontal scale is too large, making it difficult to compare the relative values of each bar. Around your answer to the nearest 10th, we want to find the percentage of students that use the computer 10.4 hours or more. That would be 12 and 6. I'm going to take 12 plus 6, which is 18. Divide that by 56. That's a total number of hours. And multiply that to 100, and we got 32.1. And that's that on Certify.